There used to be a time where the philosophers were talking about capitalism and communism. Atheism came now. We're in a new world. We're in emotivism. Your emotions are the new religion. Let me just feel good, man. I just want to feel good. Let me just live in my feelings. And this is actually the description that Allah is giving of these people on Judgment Day when He says today's brief B is going to be involving Surah Al-Allah. And many surahs describes the scene of Judgment Day, and this is one of those surahs. Its opening describes the scene of Judgment Day. Humanity is coming out of their graves, and now Allah says, and the worst destruction and how terrible things are going to be on that day for people who used to call the truth a lie. You think of dawah means you're inviting people to the truth, is inviting people to accept that the truth is a lie. They're doing a negative campaign. They're doing a bill campaign. So it's not just that they don't accept it themselves. They try to convince others also that it's untrue. Now, why do people reject the truth? It's not because people are evil. You and I, even though we're Muslim, but within Islam, within your family, somebody comes and tells you something that's true. But if you accept it, your father's not going to like it. Or if you accept it, you might have to quit the business, or you might lose some money, or you might have to pay somebody back. There's a price to pay. So now, what do we do with that truth? Nah, that's not true. No, that didn't happen. And now deep inside, that you're wrong. But to make yourself feel better, you promote that you're the one who's right, and the truth is also actually false. This is a way of defending yourself. So that's one description of people on Judgment Day that will not be able to hide what they used to do. But then Allah gave them a second description. And this is where things get very interesting in the surah. The description here is those who are drowned in. Now, I won't translate the word yet. They are drowned in the Arabic word is, and they're playing around. They're playing around. So let's dig into this word a little bit. Let me explain the origin of this word to you and what we might learn from this word. Is when you dip something in the water. If you put an animal in the water, this is if you're walking in the water and your clothes start getting wet because it's up to your knees. He's walking in the water. So when you're dipping yourself inside the water, then they used to use the word for, the ladle back in the day when they used to serve drinks. They would put this spoon inside the pot, and then they would pour the drink. The thing that goes deep inside and you pour it, that's called a mick. And they used to use the word for a pearl, because you have to go deep inside the water to get it. And this is then because this became a figurative use. They started using it for when you go into a subject and you keep talking about it and you're like drowned in that subject, like some of you play video games, right? You play online games and you're just always in the game. You're drowned in the game. You're doing in the game. Somebody's into cars. They're always talking about cars. They're always thinking about cars. The background on their phone, the wallpaper is a car. Right? They're always watching videos on cars. They're always, looking on updates on this as this person is doing in cars. You see, actually means when people are drowned. A good word to understand this nowadays is when people are addicted to something. When they're addicted to something. And this is really interesting because there's even books on this. You should look up a book called The Age of Addiction. This age we live in now. Before this age, people used to talk about alcohol addiction, right? Gambling can become an addiction. People that go to gambling, they don't just go once, they go back. They lose their house, they lose family, and they can't stop. Drugs can become an addiction. And many of you might already know the social media giants of the world like Facebook, Instagram, these companies, they went to the top casinos in the world when they were first developing their behavior because their apps have algorithms to make sure that the users that they have stay on the app. So they don't just want you to turn TikTok on and then turn it off. They want you to turn it on and swipe, and then swipe again, and then swipe again. So they had to study behavior, right? So they actually went to the casino industry and then they got the best psychologists because the casino industry first hired psychologists to make sure that when people sit on that slot machine to get the money out, How do we keep them there? How do we keep them there as long as possible so they can stay more addicted? The same people who engineered the behavior in the casinos, in the gambling industry in Las Vegas, were some of the same engineers that we modeled the behavior for, social media apps. They were hired by Silicon Valley to do that. Why? Because they know they can get the most out of you if you're the most addicted. If you're drowned in, you can't get out, and if you don't do it again, you feel something missing inside you. Somebody who's addicted to alcohol, they drink, they feel like they're done, they go 1 hour, 2 hours later, I gotta have it again. I gotta do it again. Give me another one. Give me, their stomach is hurting, they're still drinking. They're in pain, they're still drinking. They can't. They're trying. They're half asleep, they're still drinking. They wake up, they need a drink immediately. It's the same way with these kinds of other addictions. The addiction that are the addictions that are online, the addiction to entertainment. Some people are addicted to, movies, Netflix, some people are addicted to sports. But these addictions are now the next thing Allah is talking about. When the truth comes, which is what the Quran is actually talking about. You have to deal with reality. You have to take responsibility for your actions. I have to take care of how am I going to spend my day? How am I going to spend my night? I have responsibility to myself. I have a responsibility to Allah. I have a responsibility to my family. I have to take care of all of these things. But if you don't want to accept that truth and you want to escape reality, you can go find yourself lost in one addiction or the other, and you can go inside of even to the point where what some people do if they hear a little bit of you're at a gathering cause Eid, a lot of people had Eid gatherings. They got together, family got together, they're sitting and talking, and somebody brought something up about Allah's deen, and you'll notice some people in the family immediately, they change the subject and they want to do in a different subject immediately, and they want to talk about it, and they, no, what about? That UFC fight, what about this game? What about this movie? Oh my God, that was amazing. And they want to keep talking about it, and if they do talk about the deen, they talk about the deen as a joke. It's like, it's something funny to talk about, and even then Allah even describes, don't talk to them when they're talking about until they go and start diving into some other subject. They want to get immersed in this and this and this. Now you and I have to ask ourselves, this is not a criticism of humanity. It's just you and me have to think about ourselves, whatever I'm diving into every day, does it have a purpose, or is it just me playing around? That's the real question I have to ask myself. Judgment Day, Allah says they were drowned in things and they kept playing around. They kept playing around, and every time the Quran was being called to, the truth was being called to responsibility. Because Judgment Day is all about responsibility, isn't it? That's all it is. Judgment Day is court. And what happens in a court? The judge tells you, you are responsible for what you did. That's all it is. You have to present yourself in court. And anybody who knows they have a court date coming and they have a trial coming, they'll get ready for the trial. That's what happens in this life. It's the same logic for Judgment Day. But someone who's not getting ready for the trial and they're playing and they're too addicted to their games, right? They're going to be in big trouble on that day. And somebody says, hey, the trial date is tomorrow. The trial is next week. Come on, let's go. Get ready. You're not ready. You didn't finish your work. It's going to be held against you. Get out of here, man. Let me play. That's not true. These people are so extreme. They're so extreme. They're so negative. Let me just live my life. There used to be a time where philosophers were talking about capitalism and communism, atheism came. Now we're in a new world. We're in emotivism. Your emotions are the new religion. Let me just feel good, man. I just want to feel good. Let me just live in my feelings. And this is actually the description that Allah is giving of these people on Judgment Day when He says, and there's when someone's drowned in something, they're not moving. They're stuck. They're in the same place. When you find people that have an addiction, you meet them last year, they were exactly the same place. You meet them next year, they're exactly in the same place. Like the world changed, but they're exactly in the same place. You know what? When people don't move, then Allah will make them move. So he says, they'll be pushed towards the fire of hell. They're going to be pushed because they're not moving themselves. They don't want to go. This is the fire that you were calling a lie. Is this magic or you can't see? Because you say, I don't see any fire. When you used to say, hey, don't do that. You should be afraid of Allah. You should be afraid of judgment. Oh yeah. Oh, I should be afraid of fire. I don't see any smoke. I don't see the temperature increasing. Where's the fire? Allah says, is this a lie to when judgment day comes, or you don't see it now? Go enjoy it. Go inside it. Have you want to be patient now, or you don't want to be patient now? It doesn't matter anymore. Now it's of no value. Now yours of no value. Now I want to wrap this up on the flip side. On the other side of this equation is what Allah says is going to be the people that are not in trouble on Judgment Day. Allah says that's all He says. People that pretend the people of Tawbah are in Jannah and they're relaxed. That's what He says. And the rest of the ayat are a description of Jannah, which may be for another time.